Hi, hello everyone. So here we will share our information about 30 tips on maintaining interest. So in this video we will focus on chapter 8. Before that, I would like to introduce my group member. The first speaker, Brenda Khanadi. The second speaker will be Indah Dewi. The third speaker, Kurnia Pratiwi, and the last speaker will be Okta Viana. Okay, next, how do you maintain interest? There are several topics here. To be success or failure presenter is the way how you create the topic or your material in your presentation are interested to the audience. Besides that, to know you are a success or not, you can have the judgment from the audiences about your presentation. So, and the second one, no presenter are interested on their first seminar, of course. It's their first experience. It will be a nervous things, whether you are considering about your material or you will do anything in your presentation. So, to be a good or successful presenter, you need to create the interest of the audience. So that's why in this video we will focus on 30 tips about maintaining the interest of the audience. What are they? They can be using voice effectively, tell anecdote, moving, pace, hand out, name of the trainer, visual aids, and the last one will be show enthusiasm. Those are 30 tips that we will explain in this video. So now we are going to the first tips. Use your voice effectively. In here, you need to use your voice. You need to know how is your voice. But I know that your voice will be sound differently when you talk freely and then when you are recorded by other people. But don't be worried, because here is not about how your voice is, but how you can choose your voice in interaction that do not keep it monotone. The second tips here is tell anecdote or story. Anecdote and story here, you can relate it based on your topic. You can tell them a very simple story related to the audience interest and also based on your topic. Then remember, avoid too much that become a waste. Anything that become too much will be avoided. This is based on how you are creatively choose what story and how you can manage that story into your presentation. That's why you can put a small word in your note about the story that you will tell to your audiences. The third tips here is keep moving while you talk. Movement can keep trainer interest, but remember, don't move too much. You move too much, it also can disturb or destroying the audience attention. So the movement here should be appropriate with the subject material and also appropriate with the condition and the numbers of the audiences. You can choose, for example, a horseshoe style seating arrangement that have a good beneficial to you that you can move around the audience. This horses style here is a seating arrangement where there will be a place that the speaker can move and going to the audience seat. So you can build a small interaction within your moving to the audiences. The fourth point here is vary the pace of your presentation. So you need to know your rate in speaking, whether you are quick speaker or a slow speaker. You need to measure yourself. If you are a speaker who like to speak quickly, then you need to learn how to maintain that you can speak slowly. But if you are a slow speaker, force yourself to make it a bit quicker, that the audience understand about what you are talking or what material you are explaining. So in vary your pace here is not about the number of the word that you can use per minute, but it's about how you can use the variety of your pace in your presentation to make the audience understand about the instruction, the explanation, and what you want to do in your seminar. The fifth one is distribute handout. The point here is handout. However, some of them they say that giving handout can lose the attention of the trainer, but it back again to how you can manage that handout and how you give the instruction to give that handout for the audience. However, distributing handout here is also having a good beneficial. Why? It can make the trainer focus their attention in proper time. So you can catch and you can direct the audience in proper time, proper portion in spatial material you are emphasized on. So this is also a good thing that you can give a handout to maintain the interest of the audience. The sixth one here is incorporate trainer names into your discussion. Okay, this number 6 is about trainer names. You can put it into your discussion. This is an effective technique used to make the trainer interest. But be careful to choose the trainer names. Why? Because you can't do or you can't choose your trainer names which is make them feel ashamed and asking to themselves why you use their name. By this, you can make it a strategy. The strategy is you can make a small talks before you conduct your seminar, and then you build a small relation to the audiences, then ask their name, build a good relation. Then from that you can borrow their name as an example in your discussion. But the point here, the discussion here is not about giving the name of your trainer to underestimate them, but this discussion is a discussion statement that the answer of the question itself will be on your statements. So it invites the trainer or the audiences thinks about that example. The second one is about use visual aids. Visual aids here is a common thing to be used in presentation or conducting a seminar. This is used to attract the audience in using one of their 5 senses by breaking their eyes, looking color, videos, animation about the visual aids, and also is also to break up the situation in focus of the audience to be relaxed on the part of the seminar. And an important material mean here an important also to remember. So by giving visual aid as certain part which is the important material, it can be easily to be remembered by the audience. The eighth one is ask question. Ask question here is one of the best way to keep generating interest. Why? Because by giving question, you can invite the audience to try the things based on your question, and this will generate the audience mind about the question that you give to the audiences. So by asking question, you can try to mix up your question type to the audience, such as the really basic thing first, like you will give them opinion question based, and then after that a case study which is more heavily to be discussed by the audience and the presenter. So this can make the environment and the audience are going interest to your topic. So the next material will explain by the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Indah Dewi as the second speaker, and now I will continue my friend explanation about tips on maintaining interest. The next tip is conduct small group activities. The use of this tip is for complementing tasks based on decision making and problem solving. So that each person in the small group circle is able to share their thoughts, as this should make the learning process much more efficient. And another tip for maintaining interest of the participant is to conduct role plays. By conducting this activity, the participants are able to utilize the materials into their level of understanding, so as to create creativity toward learning processes. And the next way is to creatively design your presentation. On this tip, a presenter should know what should be added to the material. Whatever it is, produce a unique one so that when it comes to present it, the audience know it is you who is going to deliver the material. And the next tip is create a case study. Case study is used to provide the audience something that can be learned from what has been taught in the previous study, allowing them to think, create, and decide the scenario based on their experience to something they are familiar with. Okay, and the next tip is create a simulation. The purpose of creating a simulation during a seminar is to provide the audience in making decisions and problem solving based on the information received. It is not how they will perfectly match a simulation, rather how they duplicate and deliver the materials in accordance to their understanding. And next, the other tip is how a presenter delivers jokes to the audience. It is not a must and should be done carefully. People like to hear jokes, but if it overdue, it might be the audience feel bored and they will lose interest. Once they lose interest, it will be difficult to regain it. Make sure it is done naturally and properly. And next tip is use nonverbal communication. The use of nonverbal communication includes of facial expression, hand and body movement. A good presenter should not just rely on words only, but they also have to use the kind of nonverbal communication mentioned above. These techniques show confidence within ourselves. Okay, that's all about my explanation, and the next tip will be explained by my friend.
Hello, my name is Kurnia Pratiwi. As a test speaker, will continue the presentation about statistics maintaining interest. So let's continue to the number 16. In the number 16 is mix up your techniques. Techniques here have meaning the way you, as a presenter, tell, show, or explain your material. Whether you want to just a facilitator or explain the whole material. In this phase, you need to pay attention to curricula. For the example, we have the new curricula is a 2013 curricula that puts the presenter as a facilitator. But as you know, in the seminar, you cannot just as a facilitator. Sometimes you also need to explain material for your trainers. So, it's the important things to mix up your techniques. Besides of text, mix up your techniques. It also make the trainees not boring with your presentation because they not just listen the material, but they also do a participant when you as a facilitator. Let's continue to the tips number 17. Use a team training approach. The team trainings refer to more than one presenter in the seminar. Usually, in a seminar, spend more than 1 hour. Besides maintaining the interest from trainees, it also helps the presenter to spend their energy. Okay, why more than one presenter in seminar can help or maintaining the interest for the audience? It's because when the change of the presenter, even with the same topic, can make the trainees feel uplifted or fresh again because because of the new one. So it can build the new interest from the trainees to the new presenter. Okay, number 18. Think outside of the box regarding this giveaway. Give something that's supposed to make a statement or cannot forget it as something boring or unique. So, in the seminar word is literally with forgetting giveaway because the presenter give a standard giveaway like milk, dessert, or pen. Actually, they need to be more creative. So it can make a statement to the trainees and it cannot forget. Let's continue to number 19. Encourage competition among trainees. The point is the cause is more the thrill of winning than the actual prize. So it means that build a competitive spirit for the trainers. Sometimes when we do a presentation or seminar, most the audience are a passive audience. But after we said that we have present to the person that can answer our question, they will be so spirit and competitive to get the prize. And right? Because of that, the steps is important or can you do to maintain the interest for the trains. Okay, let's continue to the number 20. Try an offbeat approach. Give something unique during the seminar but related with the topic, funny story or experience. So, it's very easy. During your seminar, you need to give or put something about your experience or our experience or your story or a funny story, but please relate it with the topic. Dividing from moment and let the audience feel calm and comfortable to express or to discuss the topic that already explained from the presenter. After the discussion, the presenter will know whether the topic or the material that they explained before wrong or right. So, if something goes wrong, the presenter must um, admit it and correct it. Okay, let's continue to the tips number 22. Use music. In this case, the use of music is useful to attract the interest of the trainees. A simple example in use music when the trainees entering the seminar room and when they do the exercise during the seminar. But the selecting music based on the type of exercise working by the learners. For the example, the trainees do the exercise that push them to be quick. So we choose or use the music that little bit outside. Okay, let's continue the tips number 23. Take break. Okay, it means when we do something, the committee already have the random event that already set the arrangement of event. Instead that already set the time when the trainees have to take a break. Because of that, many presenters conserve the press timing of the seminar break without care about the real situation that they face in the seminar. Because of that, the importance of the presenter to watch your trainees and read their nonverbals. For the example, they look sleepy or they look stretch their body. So you as a trainer, you need to give them a break for 5 until 10 minutes to make them refresh their energy again, and after that they continue the presentation or the seminar. They will be fresh and more focused on your seminar. Okay, that's all about my explanation. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Indah Okta Viana Dewi as the last speaker. So now I would like to explain to you about the next tips. The next tips is pony up and pay for the video. In this step, don't let the cost of editing videos for seminars become a hindrance, and one video per seminar is meaningful for the future. So it means that if we want to doing a seminar presentation, we as a presenter also need to provide a good material which make the audience more interest, right? So that's why we can add some videos which relate with the materials in our seminar presentation. And to get that video, I think that we can get it for free, and also we can get it but we need to pay it, right? When you got a video that you need to pay it, I think that you can pay a little at a time if you don't have a lot of money. So because one videos for seminar is very meaningful for the future. That video, it's not just you use it at that time, but you can use it in the future if you still need it for the material. Maybe in the future you would like to present or something like that. And the next one is make it a game show. So in a make a game show, we can using a Jeopardy game in our seminar. I think that all of you already know about the Jeopardy game show, right? But right now I would like to explain to you to make it more clear. So these games is provide a lot of clue. As you can see, in this table is a table of Jeopardy game show. So in the category 1 is you can add as group 1, which is we as a presenter need to provide some clue based on the which is the clue still related with our presentation material. I will give you the example. When you choose 100 rupiah, so behind of that 100 rupiah there is a clue. For example, the clue is Jokowi. So you as a participants or you as an audience must to try to make a question based on that clue. So the question it can be who is the president of Indonesia 2019, like that. So if your questions is right based on that clue, you will get 100 rupiah. So you can got that money from also from the other group. The other group will give you 100 rupiah. The other group will give you 100 rupiah if your answer is correct. And then if we don't have lot of money to do it in this game, you can use a monopoly money, right? Do you know about monopoly money, right? So you can use it to save your money. And then the next one is time those activities. So these tips we can using a simple clock that counts down on your computer when presentation. So you as a presenter need to manage your time during the seminar, because in the seminar we also need a participation from the audience. So so we need to manage our time, because this is I think that this application is very useful for our seminars later, to make it run well and also on time. And the next tip is work on those name cards. So in these steps, we as a presenter make them feel free when asking some questions to the presenter. This is also important for presenter and also important for the audience. When the audience asks some questions to the presenter directly will tell, okay, what is your questions, Mira, like that, because we as a presenter already provided their name as the participant on their table. So and also it's also can useful for them when they want to ask the presenter, like can I ask Okta about the first slide or something like that. That is the 27 tips. Number 27. The next one is feed them right. By give them kind of healthy and nutritious snacks during seminar. So in these tips, we as a presenter need to provide a snack, right? If you're doing a seminar, we need to provide some snacks. So by giving snack to the audience, at least it will help them to maintain their interest in watching our seminar, because I think that most of the audience
The example like me when I am watching my lecture, maybe she or he doing explain something when my stomach is hungry like that, we will not focus, right? So that's why we as a presenter need to provide some snack, but the snack that we provide, it's must to kind of healthy and nutritious snacks. The next one is the tips number 29 is incense the back of the room. So during seminar, don't just focus with the audience who sit in the first row. So it means that when we are doing a seminar presentation, we cannot just focus with the audience who is in front of you. Maybe you can go back or you can go back, but you still explain the material while you're walking back. So from that gesture, I think that the audience will think that we as a presenter in a seminar is very professional, because we can explain something, not just stand up like that in front of the class or in front of the room. And the next one is show enthusiasm. So in show enthusiasm is make the topic more live. It will make the audience more enthusiasm to listen our seminar. So when the audience more enthusiasm to listen our seminar, we as the presenter need to more to enthusiast for our seminar. Before we doing our seminar, maybe we can practice seriously on that day. So on that day, we as the presenter will be very enthusiastic in front of the audience when explaining the material. And other than that, the audience also will be enthusiastic to listen or watching our seminar. Okay, I think that's all about our presentation. Thank you for watching. May all those we have shares be beneficial for all of us. Thank you.